Hi, welcome to another episode of Hot Takes. Now, I am actually going to agree with J.K. Rowling and ask everybody to basically boycott M&S. Marks and Spencers need to be taught a lesson in decency, a lesson in human dignity, and a lesson that the people of this country are not going to put up with what they are trying to push onto children. They've had to apologise, and they have apologised, after a 14-year-old girl was left freaked out and somewhat, shocked, shall we say, when a 6'2" transgender employee, big, tall, well-built, muscly man, asked her if she needed help in her bra department. This is a man working as a shop assistant for M&S, going up to a 14-year-old girl and asking if she needed help with her bra choices. What on earth is M&S thinking? You don't get this. I just don't understand what is wrong with people who make the choices here. Why are they thinking that this is in any way appropriate? Oh yes, hello little girl, can I help you with your bra? Marks and Spencers have apologised after this weirdo, this mentally ill man who wants to pretend to be a woman even though he isn't. Because of this. Now, the girl's mother, obviously the child's mother, complained and said it was completely inappropriate for any man, let alone a 6'2", very masculine man, to be approached by a biological male, approached her daughter, this biological male, in the lingerie section, where she was open to have a bra fitting. And this man was like, yeah, I'll do it, I'll come and help you with your bra, love. She obviously sent an email to M&S, explaining the horror her daughter felt and experienced when she was approached by this big bloke in a frock. He was at least 6'2" tall, she said. My daughter recoiled, so I declined the offer and we left immediately. She was visibly upset and said she felt freaked out. Now, M&S said they were truly sorry and deeply regret the distress the daughter felt, and said that they take the concerns very seriously, and said that if they want to make an arrangement for a better experience on their next visit, including assistance from a female colleague. First of all, I don't think there's going to be a next visit. I think the next visit is out of the question. They will never go back to that shop. And it should always be a female colleague, as she puts it. What on earth were they thinking of hiring someone who's mentally ill to work in their shop? An M&S store spokesman said, we want our stores to be inclusive and welcoming places for our colleagues and our customers. Customers, yes. Screw colleagues. I don't want a 6'2" bloke in a frock serving anyone, let alone a 14-year-old girl in the bra department. And so J.K. Rowling has come out. She's saying it's time to boycott M&S, hit them where it hurts, teach them the lesson, and not just M&S, teach every other store that's watching this story. If you dick about, you fuck about, you'll find out. Now, M&S have fucked about, and it's time they found out. And I will never, ever walk into an M&S again. And I love the food halls, but I'm going to give it up. Now, the mother, who, she's not, we won't name her or anything, she said that she did not feel satisfied by the retailer's approach and response, of course. She said that even though the store said that he won't approach your daughter again, does that mean he's going to approach other people's daughters? She's asked M&S to guarantee that transgender members of staff will not approach girls and young women. And they're saying, oh, but yes, we've got to have human rights. Yeah, you're talking about the human rights for mentally ill men in frocks. What about the human rights of young girls not to have men approach them and offer to sell them a bra, you know? Now, human rights boss of the charity Sex Matters, Fiona Mukanena, I don't know how you pronounce that, Macanina, I don't know. Anyway, she told the Telegraph that M&S needs to rethink its priorities and remember that women and girls have rights too, and that this man should not be permitted to hang around in the women's underwear department as a matter of common decency. This is what happens when businesses centre the feelings of men who identify as women, even at the expense of their own customers. It's entirely inappropriate for a man to approach a teenage girl in the lingerie department. Yes, and I'm going to boycott them, and I would advise anyone else who looks at this story and feels like they want to boycott them to do exactly the same. It's your choice. I'm not telling you to do it, but I would be very understanding if you did. And imagine if 1% of people didn't go into M&S. People who usually use M&S didn't go in. And you see 1%, a little 1% fall of their profits. And the alarm bells would start ringing. Maybe if it was 10%, the alarm bells would not be ringing because the stores would be closing. And other retailers would see this and they'd just say, yeah, we're not going to do that anymore, are we? We've got to take back the rights and we've got to protect these children from absolutely dangerous men who are pushing themselves in and who want to take a 14-year-old girl for a bra fitting. Seriously, M&S. Thanks very much. Bye.